reason, I dropped my bags. So when I get in here and pull forward and let my bags back up, my neck won't be dragging the ground. Once my air build up, it'll pick my neck up off of the ground. Let's boogie. Neck not dragging the ground because I let my bags up. Now let me show y'all how to operate this grinder. Got a remote. Alright, kill switch is on. Like a video game. She loaded. Alright, so now I'm gonna bag up, hook to the trailer, and I'm gonna pull it around this curve to get out of the road. Cause I don't want to sit in the road and chain down. It's kind of asshole-ish. So we're gonna get it out of the road before we chain down. now when you're bagging up to it, remember, when you dropped it, your bags were down. So now as you're bagging up, when you get closer to it, you're gonna drop your bags to line you up perfect. Drop my bags right about now. Boom. So I drop my bags. Hopefully I slide right on up in there. Feel good. Let's see. Dead on the money. Yes, sir. Oh, that makes you feel better. They're getting that hole in one. Now, turn on my PTO. Put these ramps up. This ramp up. Let's go up with it. Reload. PTO off. Bags up. Pull around this corner. I bought this chain with these hooks on it specifically for this machine. Nothing else. Now I put 4 binders on the tracks, 2 binders back there on that chain. We're gonna roll on though. ice box in here, baby. Undercarriage, can't see it all the time. Hauling heavy haul isn't that hard, to be honest. The main thing is building up your confidence. Building up your confidence to know that you have your load properly secured, and you know you got your load properly secured. You're 100% secure in knowing within yourself, knowing that your chain's tight, your binder's tight, and that load isn't gonna move. That's the hardest part of this. Once you're confident in that and you believe that in yourself, yeah, all you gotta do is put it on the trailer and go. That's it. It's just like any other load, just like a flatbed load or a step deck load. When you throw those straps on your flatbed, if you're not confident that those straps are tight, then you're gonna be nervous about your driving. Like, you're gonna be nervous about everything, like no matter what it is. If you're not confident in your load being secure, you're gonna be nervous. The only thing that's gonna be different about the low boy and a step deck is the overall ride height. With the step deck, you don't really have to worry about railroad tracks. Like, in some places with the low boy, you have tall railroad tracks. And if you have tall railroad tracks, you could possibly snag the bottom of the low boy, rub the belly of the low boy against the railroad track. And when that happens, I mean, it's no big deal. It's not like you're gonna be stuck there for the rest of the night. You just have to get out and raise your low boy. Raise your low boy up, clear the railroad track, and you're good to go. Get on the other side of the track and let your low boy back down to its original ride height. That's it. So right now, I'm hauling probably about 100, I'm gonna say 125,000. We got 125,000 and we rolling. My truck handle weight pretty good. I'm doing about 6, probably going a little bit too fast to be on these 2 lanes. I mean, but like I feel like it rides just like 80,000 pounds ride. It stops just like 80,000 pounds stop. You still got to give proper space in between your cars, proper stop time. You just can't be doing nothing crazy. But yeah, for the most part, man, it's not hard at all. And here you talk about the width being wide. Sometimes you have wide loads on the step deck. But with being wide, it's something that you get used to. Yeah, sometimes you'll forget you're wide. But every time you look back there in that mirror, you'll remember. Especially on a 2-lane road like this, you have to remember to stay close to the white line. But sometimes you gotta stay close to the yellow line. It's all about the condition of the road. Because on this very road right here that I'm traveling now, it's 2 narrow bridges. And it's like when an oncoming car is coming towards me and I'm going over this bridge, I can't go too far to my right because there's no shoulder. But I can't go too far to my left because I hit the damn car that's coming to me. So it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. So what do you do in those situations? You hold it in the road, stay in your lane, and hope for the best. That's all you can do. But it's like, it's not so wide that your tracks are hanging over the yellow line, but they're right there on the yellow line. Your tracks are right on the yellow line, your driver's side track is on the yellow line, your passenger side track is on the white line. So you have no room for error. You literally have to just hold it in the road. So if you're a driver that always conscious of what your load doing, like you like to pull over, check your load to make sure your straps tight, make sure your chain's tight, you always checking those mirrors, you don't ride with the radio on 100% of the time. Sometimes you just like to listen. Like a big part of this is just listening to what your truck doing, listening to what the load is doing. Like when something is off, when something is wrong, if you listen and pay attention, you'll hear it, you'll notice it, you'll feel it. But if you like to just get in your truck and turn the radio on wide open, full blast, like, okay, this bridge right here, this is a narrow bridge. But luckily nothing is oncoming, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get in the middle a little bit. But if something was coming my way, I couldn't have did that. I would have just had to stay on my side of the road and hope for the best. But yeah, if you're a responsible driver and you feel like you give the car in front of you respect and enough space to slam on brakes and you still have time to react, if you don't have your music blasting all loud all the time, like, you can do heavy haul. You really can do heavy haul. And when they ask if the money is that big of a difference, yes, the money is that big of a difference. Like, just get on your load board sometime and act like you got a low board or RGN and look at the rates. Like it's damn near double flatbed. Just look at the rates, man. You will not be disappointed. And you don't have to start out with a brand new trailer, because those brand new trailers are expensive. Find you a used low boy, get you some chains and binders, and you should already, if you're thinking about going to low boy, you should already have your chains and binders, because you're using your chains and binders for the stepney. So you should already have your chains and binders to get you started. And just start off, go on the low boy, find you some small machines, start off moving the small machines till you get your confidence up. Then you go on to a little bigger stuff. The heaviest machine I've hauled was a D8. And it was probably about 90,000, I would say. 85, 90,000. It did not have the blade on it. So might not have been that much. Might have been 80,000. But I know it was at least 80,000. And the D8s, the tracks aren't that wide on those D8s. The widest part will be the blade, but it didn't have the blade on it. It didn't have the brakes on the back. So hell, it was easy breezy. It was just heavy. And it was 100 degrees outside. So you have to drive your truck accordingly. Like my truck, I got a cat. So they have power, but when you're 120, 130,000 pounds, you can't run down the interstate like you 70 and 80,000 pounds. So that means you can't be running 75, 80 miles an hour down the interstate. Granted, you shouldn't be running 75, 80 miles down the hour. You shouldn't be running 70 miles or 80 miles an hour on the interstate when you're 80,000 pounds, because you got to respect the weight. But Definitely not when you're 130,000 pounds. So you should stay around that 60, 65 mark. You're getting paid by the hour. No need to be in a rush to get to your destination. So yeah, as long as you just take your time and mosey on down to where you need to be getting to, you'll be just fine. Stop every 2 hours, depending on how far you're going. Stop every 2 hours. Make sure your load's secure. Make sure your chains are tight. And you'll be good to go, man. Just be confident in your ability to chain down your machine, your equipment. You gotta have your pistol on you when you out here this late at night. A place like this, dark as it is. Damn coyote will soon run up on you. So they're gonna die tonight. Oh, I know a lot of y'all thinking it's dark as hell right now. He must be past curfew. And if that's what you're thinking, you are absolutely right. Past curfew 2 hours ago. We riding dirty. Real dirty. Alright, still got one more piece of equipment to move, but I believe it ain't gonna get moved until in the morning. Gotta go back and get that loader. I really and truly believe that's not getting done until the morning time. So yeah, man, it's pretty much all she wrote for tonight. I'm about to, well, to be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's an hour till I get home, 2 hours till I get to my next pickup. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna go home or am I just gonna go to my next pickup and sleep there for a couple hours. Undecided, but I guess you'll know when I know. So I'll catch up with you here shortly. Peace.